Another great question. What's the difference between now when I'm trying to rebuild my life versus when I was making like 20 or 30 grand a month and totally unfulfilled? The big difference is relationships and sense of purpose. David Deida says that a man has mastered women in the world when no desire either to attain or avoid sways his loving or limits his freedom. When I hit rock bottom, I had a very poor relationship with myself, with women, and with the rest of the world around me. So even though I was making like 30 grand a month, I did not have a good relationship with how I talked to myself, how I treated myself, how maybe even I treated some of my friends, and I had very, very difficult relationships with my family, and certainly no relationship with any woman. Basically, I was a man on an island making 30 grand a month. Yeah, that was it. That's all I had going for me. This gradual decline eventually came to a very rapid decline in April of last year. Like I mentioned, when I got COVID, I was 3 months behind my rent. My truck actually had been totaled by the CTA, and the transmission was going out. I was eating terribly and not sleeping well. I got COVID. It was one of the worst illnesses of my life, for sure. I was sick for 2 weeks. I lost nearly 20 pounds, and I was alone basically throughout that. What I realized is I did not have a relationship with anyone in my life deep enough that they would be willing to risk getting COVID to help me. There were people that were willing to drop off groceries or send me money for food, but the problem is I couldn't eat, I couldn't make the food to serve myself. That's why I lost 20 pounds. So ended up going to the ER. My blood oxygen level was below 90 when I was standing, but I was resting. It was at 90. They wouldn't admit me. I begged them to admit me, and then I got back after a few hours in the ER, and I did not know what to do. Next day, my buddy Nick flew out from Oregon to Chicago just to help me for a day. Or that might have been 2 days later. Either way, it just saved my life. I'm incredibly thankful, and there was other instances where people reached out and helped me, and like gifts, God, the grace of God just came into my life in so other ways too, you know. And I decided, I was like, oh, I want to live, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm taking what I have and just trying to improve it a little bit every day, and I've taken a lot of time over the last year to invest in my relationship with myself, with women, with the whole world around me.